Jessica Green here. I am going to talk to you all about branding today. So, personal branding 101 beyond the logos. So, a lot of times when people hear the word branding, they think of websites and colors and logos and fonts and all those things. And while that does go into the branding category, there are some fundamentals of personal branding that are so important. Understanding what your personal branding is and why it's crucial for your online business success. That is what I do. I help female online entrepreneurs scale in business using technology and automation to make money while they sleep. So the most important thing you can do is have a really good brand. And I always start people in the exact same place. They usually have a product or service or opportunity that they want to create this from, but they're selling somebody else's product a lot of the times if they're in network marketing or an influence marketer. And they're branding the company or the products and not necessarily themselves. And so I want you to take a couple of steps backward. And maybe you already have your brand figured out. So you have your logo and you have your colors and you have your fonts. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about taking a step even before you create all of that. But if you've already created that, totally okay. We're just going to do some other work. And little tip, if you want my full branding blueprint, you can comment below branding blueprint and we'll get you sent over the full training and all of the workbooks and everything on creating the exact plan I'm going to talk about here. So first and foremost, the most important thing, when people are creating their brand or they're going out there onto social media and they have a product or service or opportunity that they want to share with the world, they tend to think they need this very large audience to go after when it's exact opposite. There's millions and millions of people in this world. You do not have to be for everyone, and you're not going to be for everyone. So why have messaging out there that is so broad, because you don't want to leave anybody out? I have this problem in my own business all day, every day. I have a hard time saying female online entrepreneurs because I also want to help men, and I do. And so I want you to learn from what I'm going through right now. I do have men as clients. We do have men as subscribers in the Self-Made Hub. Our target is females, but I have a lot of men who we have as clients. Just because I brand one way doesn't mean I won't get all of the others. But if I brand to everyone when I'm communicating my message out there, I'm not getting it right. I'm not getting it across the right way to the right people. You want your very specific customer to know you're talking to them when you put any of your branding out there or any of your materials out there for them to look at. So I don't want you to have the mentality of cast the wide net. We've heard that a ton, especially in the network marketing world. Cast a wide net so that you can grab them all. No, we actually want to do the exact opposite of that. So everything you've learned up till this point, just forget it. We're going to teach you a different way. We want your potential client, customer, prospect, person on social media to feel like, wow, Susie was talking exactly to me. How does she know I have that problem and I need it solved, and I need it solved now? I trust that she can do it because she knows exactly what I'm dealing with here. So that's what I mean about, you want to get into the hearts and the minds and the souls of your potential clients so that you can help them the best way, and they'll be eating out of your hand rather than you trying to like drag. It's like the push versus pull mentality. We want people to be magnetized to us. It's why in our business, we really teach the lead magnet formula. So if you want more information on that, stick around, because we teach everybody how to do things via lead magnets that are built totally around the customer avatar that you are trying to serve and solving small little pain points for them along the way so that you gain so much trust of this raving audience that you can sell to, that they will buy from you right away, because it's easy. It's an easy decision for them to make because you've solved some of their problems because you're talking specifically to them. Okay, I will get off my soapbox on that and tell you what I always have clients start with. First is a brain dump. Absolutely everything about you, your business, the problems you will solve, and everything you know about your potential audience. I mean, I want like 2 pages of notes of everything. I want you to just dump it all out on a paper, dump it all out into the notes on your phone, dump it all into a Google Doc, wherever you need to do that. Go sit in a corner, quiet space, and brain dump everything about you, your business, the problems you solve, the people you want to help, and everything you know about that audience of yours. Okay, that's where I want you to start. When you're done with that, first, you have to do that. Second, I want you to just write down, what is your product, service, or opportunity? What is it that you are out there trying to sell or put on social media or build a website around? What is your product, your service, or your opportunity? Okay. Number three, what are the problems that you solve? I want you to list them all. So with your specific product, let's say this pen is your product, or this lipstick is your product. What are the problems that your product or service or opportunity, what problems do they solve? I want you to list them all. If you have a health and wellness product that helps people's immune system stay boosted, it helps them not to get sick, it helps them not to be tired, it helps it, like all of the things. I want you to list all of the problems that you solve. Number four, who is your audience? Now, I want you to write everything down about that audience, and I want you to think about who you really want to serve and who your products actually help the most, because I don't want this to be a wide range audience. I want you to niche down as far as you possibly can, because I want you to talk specifically to that person. You'll get all of the other people. Don't worry about that, okay? We don't need the wide net to cast. We need the little specifics so that the customer will just buy from you faster, because you're talking specifically to them and you're not trying to cast a wide net. Okay. So I want their age range. Try not to make this more than a 10-year period, right? Like if it's females between 35 and 45, let's focus on females from 35 to 45. Okay. They are not doing the same thing as females at 18. They are also not in the same place as females at 60. Okay. So we're going to talk to you, will get the rest. Okay. Don't worry about that. It's the hardest part for an entrepreneur or a salesperson to get. You will get the rest. It's not that we can't sell to them or that we won't sell to them. It just means that you're going to talk specifically to the female from 35 to 45. And I want you to write down all the characteristics of a female in the age range of 35 to 45. Okay. Number five, what is their pain? What are they seeking? I want you to write down all of the things that you can think of that is painful for a 35 to 45-year-old female that is somewhat in relation to the product, service, or opportunity that you have, right? Like females between 35 and 45 have all kinds of pains, but it may not have anything to do with the product, service, or opportunity that you sell. But write down as many as you can, okay? When you get that done, the next thing I want you to do, the next part of that, I want you to create 3 to 4 main problem pillars out of all those tiny micro problems you listed, okay? I want you to create 3 to 4 pillars. So if somebody has a hard time sleeping and they want help with sleep, that might be a main problem pillar that is part of what your product is. And then there's probably going to be a couple of more. So create 3 to 4 main problem pillars out of all the tiny little problems that you wrote down. Okay. Because you're going to focus on those main problem pillars, but what you're going to speak to them about is that list of micro problems. That list of micro problems is actually what's keeping them up at night. That's making it so that they can't sleep. Okay. So those are the things you want to key in on when you're making a social media post, when you're going live, when you're talking at an event. You want to talk about the little micro problems that keep them up at night, that bother them. I use sleep as the example, and other problems can keep you up at night. So maybe not sleep. Let's talk about weight loss. There's things that keep a female from 35 to 45 up thinking about all night when they're wanting to lose weight and they're struggling with it. What are those things that are really bothering them and keeping them up at night? If you can write all those micro problems down, and weight loss is the big problem pillar, okay, then you can make all of your social media posts and every conversation you have about that, about the tiny little micro problems in that one pillar. Okay. And then you can work on a different pillar, and you'll be solving these problems that you will be gaining trust just in posting about it. Okay. So instead of just slapping up a before and after and be like, want to lose weight, ladies, I mean, yes, those are things that will resonate with them. But if you talk to them very specifically about what's keeping them up at night, does my husband find me attractive anymore? Am I going to fit into the dress for my reunion, my high school reunion? What is so-and-so going to think about? I mean, these are things that go through your head, ladies, when you're trying to lose weight and you're trying to go to bed at night and you're like, am I going to have enough energy to wake up and actually work out tomorrow? Those are the things I want you to really focus on. Okay. And then where do they spend their time? And when I say this, I don't mean do they spend their time at church or they spend their time. I mean, those things are important. You can write all of those down when you're brain dumping, but I mean, like, where do they spend their time where you're going to be able to market to them? Do they spend time on Facebook? Do they spend time on Instagram? Do they spend time on most of their time on LinkedIn, depending on their problems, right? Do they spend time going to vendor events? Do they spend time surfing their email? Are they the type that check their email, or do they check Messenger? Or where do they spend their time that you're going to be able to market to them? Okay. I want a whole list of that. What are their long-term goals? Susie wants to lose weight. It's keeping her up at night. She can't figure out how to solve those problems that are keeping her from losing the weight. And she hangs out on Facebook, and her long-term goal is to lose 20 pounds. So you work with you've worked with females who are 35 to 45 that want to lose weight, and thinking about the high school reunion coming up is keeping them up at night. They are not sure how they're going to get a workout in the morning. They're always way too tired. The kids are keeping them up. And their long-term goal is to lose about 20 pounds. What is your purpose from there? Your purpose is to solve their problem. How are you going to do it? I want you to write all that out. Are you going to do it in a compassionate way? Are you going to have a program for them? I want your purpose to be loud and proud. And what is your plan? How will you sell your products to them? Do you have a website? Do they go to a company-owned website? Are you collecting their information before they go to that company? That's a whole nother topic. I think Natasha did a training about that last week. How will you sell your products? Are they samples? Do you have mini courses? Do you do webinars? Do you do meetings in person? How do you sell your product? I want all of that mapped out. And then what's the funnel? What comes first? What comes second? What comes third? What comes fourth? And we need to put a plan together for that. And then last but not least, I want you to create your brand statement. I will leave you with this. You want to have this brand statement down. It's almost like an elevator pitch, but you can literally copy this word for word, put in the blank spaces, paste it into ChatGPT, put all of your information in there, and you can ask it. This is all in my branding blueprint. So if you want the full training, just comment branding blueprint below and we will get that to you. Okay. And it'll be a free training, and it will give you the guide, and it'll give you everything that you need. Okay. So I help blank. Insert who you help there, who are struggling with blank. Insert your pain point or problem that you're solving there, so they can blank. Insert your desired outcome or life-changing result. I want you to have this statement done because it will be the easiest thing when people ask you what you do to spit it off the top of your head. Okay. You want to be able to do that. It's called your elevator pitch. You can make a much longer one if you're doing a live or whatever, but you should start almost every live or everything that you do with that. I help female online entrepreneurs from 35 to 45 build technology into their business so that they can make money while they sleep. Right? It's something like that. That's not perfect. That's not exactly mine, but you know what I'm saying, right? I want you to put that together, and I want you to put it in your phone, and I want you to put it on your computer, and I want you to write it on your bathroom mirror. I want you to have that branding statement so clear in your head so that every day when you go out and create content and you're introducing your product or your service, your opportunity, your customer knows exactly that you're talking to them. I hope that this training was beneficial to you. If you want the full branding blueprint training, just comment branding blueprint below, and we will get that into your hands.